Hello everyone. So yes, Trump winning the United States election, or at least that's how it's looking right now. I wanted to make a quick video about politics from an ex-Jehovah's Witness perspective. Actually, before the polls were closing last night, I realise it's confusing with the time zones. Before the polls were closing, I did my own poll on my community tab for my channel to ask my viewers, you, how you lean politically. And 69% of my viewers were leaning towards Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump. So I can imagine that the majority of my viewers will be feeling the way I feel, which is that, well, a feeling of disappointment, really. I have long been very vocal and very open about my thoughts on Donald Trump and his character. I think I think he has many flaws, let's just put it that way. And yet here we are, he is, it seems, heading back to the White House. And I can imagine many of you watching this video feeling just utter despair. And the reason I can imagine that is not just because of the poll I mentioned, but also because that's how I felt a few years ago when there was the Brexit vote. That didn't go the way I wanted it to go. And I remember just feeling this deep unease and stress and anxiety. And I just think it's really important, irrespective of the outcome of any election or any referendum or any vote. I think it's really important that we just keep an eye on our mental health, you know, and try to the extent possible to just be kind and compassionate towards those who may feel, especially towards those who may feel differently to us. It's not really a time for gloating. It's not a time for hate or, you know, polarizing language. I think there's way too much of that in politics right now. I think we need to, as much as possible, kind of empathize with our fellow humans and understand that there will be differences of opinion, and we need to learn to live together. We need to embrace the fact that there are so many differences of opinion, and embrace the fact that it would be boring if we all viewed things the same way. So I guess what I'm getting at is I want my viewers to keep an eye on their mental health at the moment, like I said, and just try to distance yourself as much as possible, particularly if you're on the losing side. Try to distance yourself as much as possible from feeling like it's your fault in any way, or feeling like there's something you could have done perhaps. Because what really helped me get over the whole Brexit thing was just this realization that although it's important to vote, and well done, by the way, to those of you who did vote in the election, although it's important to vote and every vote matters, it's also true that one vote is just one vote. And no matter what I think about American politics or UK politics or whatever, history is going to unfold the way it was going to unfold, whether I'm here talking about what I think or not. And really, when it comes to stress and anxiety in the context of mental health, it's only really worthwhile to feel stress and anxiety about things that you feel that you have any control over. if you don't have any control over something, then try as much as possible to just distance yourself emotionally from it to the extent possible, because it's not your fault and there's nothing that you can do about it. We are all passengers on this planet. We are all bystanders, observers of history. And this planet has been through some very, very dark periods. Some very, very dark periods in the history of civilization. And so far we're still here. So hopefully, one way or another, civilization will continue on its overall upwards trajectory. It might be a case of 2 steps forward, 1 step back every now and then. But wherever you fall on the political spectrum, and whether you're elated or in despair at yesterday's election results, just try to be kind and compassionate towards your fellow human beings and keep an eye on your mental health, because really there's nothing anyone can do in these situations. Just please take care, and if you know someone who's struggling with this result or in any other way, just try to reach out to them and be a friend. So that's all I really have to say. I've gone on for longer than I expected. I'm about to go to the gym. That's my therapy when things go bad. And I'll see you all soon. Take care.